Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Smith's Jets. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a Green Bay first. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. All right, as we punch up the starters defensively for the Jets here, Charles, I want to ask you about Darrelle Revis. Some questions surrounding where he fits in going forward. Could he make a move to safety in 2017?
It's hard for those guys who are used to playing one position to make a move later, because in their mind, it makes it sound like they can't do it anymore. But think about his predecessors. Ronnie Lott moved from corner to safety. Charles Woodson moved from corner to safety. I think Darrelle Revis can do the exact same thing.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And he finds Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Second and 10, Smith again. And Anderson's got it. And some room to work. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second and 10, Smith. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. The numbers for Marshall this year, Charles, way down from 2015. Still played all 16 games, but the yards went from 1,500 to 788, and touchdowns dropped from 14 to 3.
It's always difficult when you don't get consistency at the quarterback position to get that kind of yardage as a wide receiver. And this year, unfortunately for him, he had struggles with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Geno Smith gets hurt, and Bryce Petty also did not finish the season.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. Second and 8. They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, this is Forte. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Here's a screen to Powell. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th. Smith backing up. And Marshall's got it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 14 yards there on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. first and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams from 6 yards away. And the Packers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he finds Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll come out in the pistol. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Harris leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if it decides.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clay Matthews coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Forte, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. It's Smith. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
It's a big play that time by the Jets. 37 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Lacy hit. He lost the football. It's out. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action here on first down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson from 3 yards out, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Caught by Nelson left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athletic.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's scooped up. And now look at him go. The 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. One back is Lacey. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Packers a first down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Rodgers to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop. That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One back is Lacey. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Packers are going to have a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
That's complete right around the 8. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Smith's Jets going up against Stafford's Lions. With that, let's send you indoors to Ford Field in Detroit as we welcome in our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Now Gino on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Smith. A dump off to Forte. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Time running out here on the play clock. First carry for Matt Forte. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First carry for Amir Abdullah. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll try and run with Abdullah. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, Stafford here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it. A running play now for Forte. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Tackle made there by Haloti Ngata. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
It really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll come out in the pistol. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And ready to go for another offensive series. Out comes Detroit, and a Detroit team that, boy, lost in the playoffs this year. Don't have a playoff win since 1992. But it was a tough end of the season. There were injuries involved. And I know you think that this is a crew that really could make some noise again next year, don't you?
I do, because I think they gained so much confidence this season, battling back from a tough beginning, working their way into where they looked like they had a chance to win the division. And while they didn't do that, they did get into the playoffs. Despite a myriad of injuries, they think this team has a bright future, and they feel confident about 2017.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to run it with Abdullah. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their big tight end, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. Position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A dump off for Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about
Amir Abdullah. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Lions. 67 yards.
Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Leonard Williams breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. This is Reddick on the screen. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Reddick, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. That one complete to Anderson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 67 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Ready?
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll He'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Can anyone get him?
What a move. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you worked on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run with Forte. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because...
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And this is scooped, taking it right down Broadway. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's brought in left side by Tate. And Tate just finished his 7th NFL season. First 4 in Seattle, last 3 Detroit. And each of those 3 years, 90 or more receptions. Finished this season with 91 catches, over 1,000 yards.
And I saw him expand his game in 2016. I saw him operate out wide in the slot. Also came into the backfield and got carries and then ran routes from there. His yards after catch really jumped back up in 2016. And Golden Tate has shown that he's more than capable of being a #1 receiver in the NFL.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon them.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down run for Abdullah. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A toss to Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go back to Riddick. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They snap it to Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Again they run. Again it's Forte. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. And quickly they get to the line. From the gun on third down, Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. A dump off to Forte. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is the running back, Powell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off of play action, here's Smith. Dumps off to Powell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, 29 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Folk for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. He was able to set the edge on the left side, and the O-line able to set the edge well, too, on that side. They did a good job blocking out in front. And
you and I both know there's only a set amount of blockers that can be out in front. But didn't it feel like there was double on that play to open up the path?
They go back to Abdullah on first. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Set,
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a run with Forte. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face a third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Geno, incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll give it up to Forte. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Third down. Here's Forte. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's Stafford. Connects it to Roberts, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Stafford on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The veteran Andre Roberts was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's Forte. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. From his end zone, Smith on 3rd and long. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. 23 yards on the play.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
This is Forte. They find some open field here. Cuts it out to the sideline. A big play there on the ground by Forte. 71 yards. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.